Previously on Going Home with Eric and Nicole.
Oh, my spirit turned of angels and had not love. I got
I know a couple of episodes back I talked about us going camping, so we're preparing for that this evening, and I'm excited about that. But wanted to, pop on and just kind of share prior to our camping experience some of our conversation that we had the other day. So we understand that this whole ordeal is unfamiliar territory that we're on right now, and it's we don't know what to expect, but we do have high expectations because that's what we choose to think that this is going to be a great experience. I've heard stories from other people, other YouTubers, and just people in general talking about the problems that they've had traveling and dealing with some of the personal uh, uh, situations that they've had here in the States with family or with money and finances and different things like that. I know for me, a lot of my dependents, while I am an independent person, a lot of my dependence is on my husband because he is the man of the house. He is the leader. He is our provider. He is those things to us, and we always feel safe with him. So while during our discussion, I was asking him some questions about how he really feels. I mean, sometimes he may share some things with me, sometimes he may not. I don't always know what's going on in his mind. And so just kind of watching him lately and seeing how he's been moving and he's been on top of things. I know there are times when he gets tired as a man. And so I wanted to come on and talk from that perspective to help other men that may be out there that are trying to do things for their family and trying to make the best situations in this challenging time that we're living in.
Well, I think some days are better than others. I think it causes our household to run smoothly when I don't express the times where I'm down because something didn't happen as quickly or in the way that I had envisioned it to happen. So, what I try to do is just create a pattern so that you all, as the household, can be comfortable with, uh, the direction that we're moving in. Again, it's brand new, and the only references we have is from other YouTubers or research that we've done for ourselves.
So let me ask you, when you hear the different perspectives and when you look at different YouTubers and their experiences, and when you think about your own, you know, challenges that may arise, does that bring some type of doubt? Do you start feeling like maybe I didn't make the right decision or maybe I did? Like, what are those feelings and how do you cope with them and deal with them?
Well, I know that it is the right decision, so I'm never in doubt on whether it's the right decision.
Hmm.
Just based on living half of my life here and trying to move to the continent to experience living the other half of my life. I'm not in doubt on what I want to do and if this is the right move.
Hmm.
However, doubt comes sometime as being the man and having others depending on me as to what would be the best way to go about making sure that things are taken care of. And it's the pressure I believe that every man feels at one point or another taking care of a family because
Right.
the reality of it is everybody is looking to him to make sure that things are in place and going the way that they need to go.
I try to do what I can do to help you in a sense. But when we look at you, we don't see stress, we don't see doubt, we don't see um, the what you might feel as far as the unknown or the challenges that you go through as a human being or as a person, just the man challenge, from being the provider. We don't see that, and you cover that very well. But I think it's important that because I know you, that I ask those questions from time to time. So any thing that you might be feeling, you may not discuss that with me, but I think it's important that I feel you enough to ask those questions. So tell me about how you feel, you know, um, as it relates to getting on the other side and um, what plans you have to be able to sustain.
I'm still thinking through those things because, some of those things I don't think I will know until I get on the ground over there
Right.
to see, and observe what is needed, because it's one thing to have a skill, but if it's not needed, if it's not in demand,
Right.
then you got to shift to something else. I
Yeah.
just believe that it's the land of opportunity over there. I
Right. It's
believe
like a
that
canvas. You can write the story and
exactly.
be creative. Now I know that you do have many gifts, and I know that what you have allowed to happen or what you have made happen here in the states, that I feel comfortable. I'm not worried about you know once we get there. I'm not worried about that and being able to be sustained.
Right.
I think the greater thing or the bigger thing to experience is understanding the culture and seeing where you fit with the many gifts that you have. So I do
Yeah.
understand that.
I want to build uh, an extended family outside of our family that know every time they come on our channel is going to be something that's going to be of value to them that they can use in their everyday life, especially those who are making the decisions to move.
Awesome. I agree that, when you prepare the way for others, they may not see it now, but, once they realize that, you know, it's time to go,
Yeah,
or they want to make that choice, they'll have a reference,
absolutely.
because we decided to do this, and I think that that's going to be very important in the upcoming months here, for others that will eventually make their way to the continent or for any place that they decide to go. You know,
And I think one thing that I thought about as you were saying that is, leaving and going to a fresh new place where you don't know anybody and you're starting over forces you to hone in on your personal abilities.
And you're free to become the being.
Hello, family. I would like to take out the time to introduce my wife's brand new single, Just Be. Just Be is a universal message that promotes authenticity and freedom. Its energetic groove, powerful lyrics, and vocal arrangements create the perfect anthem. So click on the link below and get your single for only 99 cents and be all that you can be.
Talk about favor on their life.
There's
right?
so much distraction in this country, you know, so much distraction that it keeps you away from honing in on the abilities that you have. I mean,
You know
that's
what?
the way that you survive. That's
That's
the way
great.
that you prosper, you know, is focusing on those gifts, that you have.
Right. That's,
There are a lot of things that we can do, but I think making this move has made us begin to focus on that.
I agree. Well, I know we can continue to talk because we love to talk, and that's one thing that I've noticed that during this pandemic, um, one of the things that I found very valuable during this whole process, as well as leading up to this process, is the importance of the thoughts of my family and how they feel and taking the time out to understand that. But thank you all for joining me to have this discussion, this candid conversation with my husband. And for anyone out there that's planning on leaving and moving, even if you're not, it's very important that we look at what's valuable and check in with those that your support system to see how they're feeling, what they're going through, the pressure that they may be experiencing during this time. Things are changing rapidly. Things have changed rapidly. And sometimes we don't know who we lean on and what they may be challenged with during this time. So check on them, call them, love on them, share, encourage them. Those are the types of things that a lot of people need in this time. We don't know with the election and everything that's happening. We just don't know. But then there are some that have a strong faith in the Most High that know what's supposed to take place prophetically. But at the same time, we still need to encourage each other, love on each other, and check in with each other. So thank you again for taking time to speak with me today. And I hope that you all enjoyed this conversation. If you have any questions, please comment below. And I ask that you would like, subscribe, and share. And again, thank you. We love you. Take care.
Don't miss the next episode of Going Home with Eric and Nicole.
That's too far away. I know you're already far away and I don't see you, but still, that's too far away.